Hello! We are back. New game, new day. Let me just check some settings here. It seems to be okay. All right. Okay, how does this look on stream? Ooh, that's a little dark. We can bump that up a little bit. How much? That's probably too much. It's probably okay. All right, well, you will see we have a new caption option on this if you're watching it live. I'll have to figure out how to throw that into archives, if I can or not. But overall, this seems pretty rad. You can turn this on or off. It is one of the add-ins for Twitch, and we will see if it works. We'll also see if it's any more accurate than Web Captioner. Alright, we're going to play Control, which is a heck of a thing. I've been waiting for this game forever. This is made by the guys at Remedy, who made a lot of things over the years. Some of my favorites, like Max Payne. They also made, what was it, Quantum Break and Alan Wake. And now Control. And the only thing I've seen of this game, I started it real quickly, skipped all cutscenes to do some settings configuration, make sure I could get the right frame rate while I'm streaming. Otherwise, we're all going in blind. So let's see what happens. Yes.
Warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
Okay.
I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it, and we think that's the whole world. The room, and the poster. The picture's
just a painting of a
something
backwards
nice.
janitor?
A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Even though we're talking about gray areas and I don't have ray tracing on, look at these reflections. Prohibited items reminder. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons. Pagers. Who the hell has a pager? Anyway. Laptops. Smart watches. Smartphones. Smart gaming devices. Anything smart. Only dum-dums allowed. Number two pencils? What? What? Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Okay, rubber ducks or ketchup bottles? All materials under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Oh yeah, this is going to be a weird one. Just walk into the security office. Oh shit. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. How did we get in? Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRI protocol activated. Did head of research let shit loose? Are we dealing with an SCP containment breach situation here? Oh, that's interesting. I'm looking at the capture here. You guys are seeing a much worse frame rate than I am. I don't know why. I'm running it, looks to be 72 frames a second right now in the actual game. It's not that big of a deal. We'll see how it goes. If necessary, I'll tweak the settings of the next episode, but it's not the end of the world. Actually, that's a little weird. Hold on a second. See if that's any better. A little bit. Not great, but better. Head of research, Dr. Casper Darling.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Major, staffing, surveillance, redacted. Data center initiative, construction, redacted. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheets, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Pneumatic tubes. Fire alarm. The janitor. Game magazine. Zachariah Trench. It's a good name. This is a bathroom. With the door that opens by itself. I'm still getting weird frame rates on here. Huh. Hold on a second, folks. Let's see if this is any better. Oh, that's much better for you guys. Okay. Yeah.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Can I get in here? Nope. Doors on other side. Doors on other side. More notes. Jeez. Redacted, a shark in his redacted, although secure, redacted, permission to redacted, following basic protocol, redacted, shoot to kill, redacted. Good luck! What else was in there? Was it assets? I don't know what any of those things are. Hello. You should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them for a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. You at best, your admin team. Okay. Whatever that means. I'm going to say R as maybe requisitions.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
Okay.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all.
So she didn't
Think about
say that out loud. So
face.
Ahti...
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Huh. All right. Let's just, let's poke around. Wait, did we end up back where we came in? The hell? We came here. That's real weird. Huh. I'll have to look at the tape later to see. I'm pretty sure I didn't get turned around. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Let's go up the elevator.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Who the hell has a rotary phone? Well, that's normal. Late title card.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Well, okay. That's got a real, like, Obey style, they live look to it. Or maybe, like, Dharma Initiative from Lost. Did that TV just move? When pending any notification of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrase to use. In service of his or her country. Regret, proud pride, will be remembered. Phrases to avoid. Alaska. Scissors. Blood, bleed, loss. Apologies, sorry. Well. That table moved. And Apparently not for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, that throws things into it. Okay. What's in here? Trench, do not disturb. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my points for the day. For the rest of the week. Can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. That doesn't sound good. Oh, shit. Oh, we don't go to there. Right? Good. Fuck. That's not a good sign.
Shit.
Oh, hell.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Alright. Only the direct... Oh, they're actually kind of talking. He's intentionally left blank. Oh, shit. Your application will be processed.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Only the director can bind the service weapon and live, die. Huh. This is your ritual or challenge. You must choose to be the chosen one.
This place. Where am I?
Did I just say we're in the astral plane? Well, alright then. Question from the chat. Did that gun have lips? I don't know. Bubblegum? Polaroid. All or none of the... What? Tattoos we see in your mind. Service weapon. Many forms, like the house or prison you occupy. Okay. Oh shit. Melee? Alright. What the hell is that thing? That's a hell of a melee.
The same gun.
Control of the gun house. Ooh, that's an interesting gun.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Ho ho ho, now I have an assault rifle. Strike, burn the position. Oh wow, no ammo. Well, I mean ammo, but unlimited ammo. Okay. Silly little bastard, aren't you? That one has a gun. We wield the gun. You? The board appoints you... Oh, congratulations, Director. guess I'm...
coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive.
Yeah, look at that thing.
You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
We're going to the centerpiece, it looks like. Anything else to pick up around here? That's a weird as hell window. Oh, that's bad.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
Whoa.
Let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Oh shit. Usually when people are suspended in midair and then drop down with guns, it's not a good thing. Hiss guard? The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles that they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump action shotguns. Crap. They have observed no paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Does the shielding result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on their use of weapons. Well, alright then. Containment procedure. This is totally an SCP game. Interesting. The object form is variable. Ooh. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object may only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank. This object will determine whether blank. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted. Many forms throughout history, redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, that's a name I don't know. All weapons that blank of their wielders. If the objects of power are the convergence of forces that based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. In this case, redacted.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well.
Okay.
Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP.
This is very Lost/Dharma initiative.
Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Alright. Enemy drop health elements when damaged. Collect health elements to restore health. Okay. Oh, these must be like healing items. Can I open this yet? Nope. Where are we going? Can I go through here? No. Okay, so we gotta go around. Oh, that seems bad. I mean, it definitely doesn't seem good.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
That's now me. Well, her, but that's interesting. I wonder if we get back out to the elevator, it'll be back to her photo instead of his now. Shit. I missed her. This game is a hell of a looker. Holy crap. All the stuff flying and papers and everywhere and the little distortions. What the? Undefined reading? Marshall. We checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team's getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort fake AWEs from the real thing. We need to rotate those field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next on the list. Let's hope they're a little livelier out there. Weapon mod. Ooh. Sure, that's a decent amount of damage. Is that like their whispering? We'll just stay in here. Turning 46. Whoops. That was a poorly built table. I appreciate their dedication to physics.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, Then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions.
Huh.
Thank you for your attention.
Weird.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the
Bathroom.
3. Wait until your staff find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power,
Rising costs, AWU response, updated mold eradication efforts, annual salary review, coffee filters. I'm just gonna knock over all these chairs as I go. Yeah, these are totally these guys whispering. Weird. Okay, that's where I came in. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blank, informed by our own blank, and popularized by our media. We've traditionally proven that urban legends can eventually artificially blank in popular culture using blank. Our Bureau-made anthology television program? Huh. Is that like X-Files? Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranormal phenomena contains clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on blank, a pair of scissors that consume human blank. Ooh, that's probably flesh. Through 2 punctures on the blank. The details, living in the minds of so many, have been giving strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. That's a bad, bad nightmare. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. Therefore, perform Gunner's psychological assessment. If the responses are within acceptable range of deviance, then blank immediately. There's no such thing as too suspicious. I don't want to go this way. I don't want to go this way. Are you gonna make me jump down? Yep. Oh, hello. you're dead.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Okay. Well, that was rad.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Did it say Pope?
Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me?
What's
You did it
beacon
before.
here?
Push the hiss out.
Welcome to the oldest house. This is gonna go badly, isn't it? Oh. Well, that's not good.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep.
Hiss manifests on human hosts in numerous ways. Most common and in least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating over throughout the Bureau. The Hiss agents have managed to maintain their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Yeah, that's a noticeable distinction. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Infinitum. Perhaps these are vessels only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like the spores or wild Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, representing a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation. Research is ongoing.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago.
You're from a town called
The
Ordinary.
Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know.
I dig the layout of
Yes,
this a
I
lot.
came for my brother,
This
but
style.
there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Hotline's calling.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Yeah.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want
It's a
the hiss
weird
to
shirt.
destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
The facial animations here are really good.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it.
I'm gonna have... What? I'm gonna have her say that one more time.
Can you tell me what an object of power... This is all, well...
Don't worry. So objects of power are mundane objects
Unnamed
that house
objects
paranatural energies
with supernatural
and have
energy.
developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items,
Altered
which are still
items.
housings of paranatural forces, but are more
Okay,
volatile. Got it?
so they're basically altered items that have links to the astral plane, and for some reason, if they're linked to the astral plane, they can be controlled. If they're not linked to the astral plane, they're just chaotic.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
All right. Thank you for the info
Thanks,
dump.
Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
I will take that. Oh, I got a bunch of things. That's a completely different look for her. That's interesting. We'll stick with that for now. Mouse memory. Huh.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Can I listen to that more? Truthful immortality. Okay. Yoink. Well, that seems bad.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
I keep trying to hit a reload button. There is not a reload button. The Hiss resident field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy multiple concentrated residence sources found in the city. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The residence fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? Let's look around. Ladies' room. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, the area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Green is stable. Yellow is low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood. Red, frequent. Don't know why you'd have that in the men's bathroom, but okay. Oh. Give me that health. Give me that health. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topic found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters come to us from various places and times, gathered by postal service as undeliverable. The Bureau is a perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even erroneous ones allow us to insight into the unknown and perceived by the real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. Thank you again. Well, okay.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
You should have led with it. Hey, it lets you have telekinesis. Machine God. I had a dream, and I built a thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. Made the like dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator, and the coils from my toaster, and the fans plus the timing belt for my car's engine, and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. It's just the beginner's body. A baby, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address of the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I use the dialing plate on God. All right. Weapon mods, got a new one. Any more weird letters? No, but I'll take that. Don't know what I can do with it yet, but I'll take it. Singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem, and you got to send folks to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button. It's got the devil in it. Flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says a lot of cuss words. Devil got in my house because of the fish. You got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Dwayne Barr. Dwayne, rule number 1, never buy a singing fish. Rule number 2, spelling is important. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I am being talked about by the press. Oh, Jesus. I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, guiding me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a damn thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Jesus. More than you know. James Bartholomew. Do I have a new... Or is it just the one that we already got? Yeah, it's the one we already got. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Club will convene a usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. No one should have to give their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters. Well, that's nice. It's too bad she's dead now. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? I'm sorry, what?
So sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. He blacked it out.
It's like the director says. Confidential and children both start with C.
Blair Wright?
The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fat person.
Dad says my mama went missing in actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is.
What the
but I
hell
sure
is
wish
this?
someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
The hell was that? Excuse me? Can I fast forward on these damn things? Show high controls. We're gonna pause once it gets to the letter. This is creepy ass shit.
Hey, Meg, what's wrong?
My mom's dead.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. He blacked it out.
We regret to inform you of an incident that occurred during our recent undertaking in blank. That resulted in blank. We suffered great losses while there. If everyone was left. Blair Wright was a valued member of our proud agency, and her legacy will live on in our ranks. Please take solace in knowledge of it. Huh?
It's like the director says. Confidential and children both.
Huh. Ugh. Creepy.
Communications. We're on the right track. Object of power. Looks like the heads have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
I just grab this giant floppy disk. The floppy disk nuke can be bound to gain launch telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Okay. Well, all right. Oh boy, that did not go well for him. Whoop! Don't do that. Burrowing into our astral plane secret base. We must stop mute them, Director. Floppy disk is now bound. The antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Oh, that went bad for him. Oh, Jesus. The Bureau only allowed certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Ooh, excuse me. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work, as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in most combat situations. Oops. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of the weapon to Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does that tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. The Rangers of the Bureau's well-trained, well-armed expeditionary force. Its corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat. Some machine guns. Oh boy. His Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced targets. Tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Considering the advanced training the His Rangers are capable of, is it feasible to consider that the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the His able to tap into the combat training and utilize it? Case files. Floppy disk. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. This object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. Stolen from the Soviet military base located in blah by agents and the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes, believed to be used reserved against blah. After being returned to the Americas, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. Alright. Where are we going? Looks like straight across. But first, let's check in here. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space opera goes, this was alright. The title Unless You could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got a real annoying fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives that made the most sense to me. Honestly, the attitude between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies, or a badass bunch of warriors going around devouring planets like cheap sushi on Sunday, I know who I'm picking. The scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms? And that space dog fight between the two ice pilots? Sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Hey! You found out what happened to my favorite character in every single TV show and book I've ever read. It's like some universal joke. Hey, Silver likes that character? Time for him to die. Or her for her to die. Or them to die. Or the dog to die.
That the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
What's hiding in here? Not much. Oh.
Push the fingers through the surface of the wet. Before you want to truly true. We stand around.
I'm sorry, what the hell is this room? Sucks to be you. So why did I come in here? Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed the users only accessed a video file containing portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators found that we're able to track the user right through IP addresses. The following confirmed identities of these users. Alright. That all of it? Looks like it. Can't go there. Ooh.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47.
SuspiciaCon is a great name.
Night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below him. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners.
That looks bad. That looks real bad. Whoops. Well, let's see how the checkpointing works. Oh, no. Well, hold on. Alright, I still have my stuff. I bet you it's just I'm back here. I've already got... Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Let's go back up here. What did I do wrong up here? Internal lockdowns are mainly triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting the use of sector elevator, especially locking staff in the sector until the emergency is handled. Only be lifted via directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out. Whole building. Triggered by code red to contain breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can be lifted once A, threat has been neutralized, and a B, high clearance individual gives the system all clear. This process is not the same as directorial override, so stop saying so in the directive documentation. Told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Alright, so what is this? And is there anything I can do about it? I got the item. I think. Maybe I did get the item. We'll check. Whoop! Oh, shit. Okay.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom. Yeah, I'll go there in a second.
Well, he did. Alright, let's just check this room. Is it still there? 'Cause otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. No. So the item's not there anymore.
This must open the door.
Oof. Oh, jeez, there's a save point here the whole time. Let's go talk to Emily again, real quick, because I feel I'm about to have a boss battle.
The hotline should be.
Nope. Okay.
Sure, I'll have more.
We'll switch to the other one once she's accepted her role. A lot of blood on this door. Hello.
They can fly now. Great.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I got shot in the back of the head. That would be a problem. We can do that.
They can fly now.
Phase 2? Or did he just run away? He just ran away.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Yep.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Let's just take a peek. Hmm. All right. Onward. Speed of disappearances was traced to the home city of Boot, where Bureau agents discovered a translocated light switch cord. Okay. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Blanc, which had been connected to a total of Blanc disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. When searching a closet, an agent pulled a light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home closet disappeared during this incident. Whoops.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but you can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Huh. It's funny because that's an actual thing that happened. The U.S. embassy and the sonic damage.
The hotline can't be far now.
Oh, we're hearing the hotline ring. That's great. According to their testimony, the agents have been transported from the, from the Butte home to a roadside motel, named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. It was only then learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and other locals in Butte have been attributed to light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in Butte have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. Tying the writing blank cords when found in the oldest house located in the blank and blank sectors. These are all across access to the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is blank, but initial hypothesis, the Butte AOD as blank. Huh. I wonder if that's a reference to... I should look that up. Hold on, I'm going to look that up. There was a wonderful Sci-Fi Channel miniseries called The Room. Was that the Ocean View Hotel? Let's find out. The Lost Room. It was fantastic. It was fan-freaking-tastic. It was a Sunshine Motel in that one. Okay. Bill Everett. That is not the name of the custodian. Nor is Carol Bishop. Also, this is in the future. It is not October 2019 yet.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. The door marked with the Black Pyramid.
Whoops. Mental note. Don't jump into the pit. From the chat. So this is the SCP Foundation. Yeah, basically, this is a AAA SCP game mixed with X-Files and, Did that thing follow me? Yeah, it did. Mixed with X-Files and a bit of, Twin Peaks. Hey, buddy. I don't have time to deal with you. Who's left? More?
Been here before?
Okay.
No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Well, all right. You can call long distance. Oh, I don't like these things. Oh, also there's a pit. I don't want to find out what happens when they touch me. Damn phone's still ringing. Or still ringing.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Uh-oh. Well, that's a
I
problem.
have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Objects should be inaccessible for use except for to the director. 1960 is away, blah, blah, blah. Rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob. Blah, blah, blah. The object allows the director to communicate with the board. Used by anyone other than the director, the object, oh boy, the object will cause lethal damage. Object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Northmore was the first known bureau agent to use it. Hmm.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Ooh, this one's all jacked up.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control. I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Okay.
It took a this a long time.
I appreciate they only recorded basically this one 40-second clip.
The ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling was right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? A director needs a team. My management.
Okay, we saw that one. We saw that one. All right, we're good. Onward. We'll go talk to Emily.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Oh. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. We will talk to Emily and then call it.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Janitor. Well, that's a problem. Ability points.
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks. I'm sure I'll have more.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has distributed over the past weeks is not affected by this corruption. The only exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Phaeton, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she's already been corrupted, but her behavior is so contrast to the other Hiss that I have dismissed this theory. My final observation comes from Miss Phaeton herself. She's able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes relied on the Hiss? More details to follow.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Yep, that's the janitor.
Pope wants us to get a field lab set up as soon as possible.
With what? We can't get any equipment from the research sector until the internal...
Astral constructs. Weapon forms. That's a lot of money.
Lockdown is lifted.
Hell is good. That's a big boost. Ooh. Well, I want that
And
next.
see what you can find around here. documents, any measuring devices you can find. Help you.
Sure.
It's a surefire way to get on Darling's good side.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious.
We'll go check that out another time. All right, this game is great. I'm enjoying everything about this so far. It runs surprisingly well on my computer while streaming. Everything else on it looks rad. I'm excited to see where this goes. We will be playing more of this very soon. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a good evening and a good week. Bye-bye.